Hi guys, it's Nicola Bishop here, and today I'm doing some extreme stilettos. Really loved creating these nails. So I've used the extreme length Glitterbels tips. I'm using my size 12 bronze Glitterbel brush, and I'm just now applying my really thin glass slipper layer because we're going to be using colours. Now my glass slipper is all dry. I'm using Unicorn Tears, which is a beautiful lilac colour. We're going to be ombreing on these two fingers, and then we're going to do a full colour on the middle finger. I'm going to do a glitter on the ring finger. This is one of my favourite glitters. This glitter is called Effie, and this is from one of our ambassador collections. I love this glitter so much that I had to put it on the thumb as well. The more sparkle, the better. So let's get that on there. And then for my core pink, I decided to use Tinkerbell Cover. I'm really loving this colour at the moment. It's one of my favourites. So I'm just ombreing that down. I always drain my first bead, so as it starts to polymise, it really just gently goes into the other colour rather than taking over the colour. So I'm just doing that on the little finger and the pointy finger, and just manipulating that product. So now, as you can see, I'm just capping all the colours and where that colour pigment is with our core powder glass slipper, so that you've got that strength there and structure, and so that we don't file those colours out. So here I am just capping the middle finger as well. Make sure you cap all over these colours, because what you don't want to do is, as soon as you come there with a file, any bit of colour showing at the cuticle area can be filed away. So I'm using a 180 grit file around the areas of the skin, so sidewalls, cuticle, just to be careful not to catch the skin, and just straightening up those sidewalls. I will use my 100 grit file intermittently through this set as well, as they're quite extreme. It does take quite a lot of filing to get this shape nice and smooth. You can use your e-file to do this, but I really do like to use my hand file, especially if the acrylic's been popped on neatly. Once I'm all happy with the shaping, I will wipe over and get ready for my top coat. I will be putting a 3D bow on this middle finger using my Snowdrops White and my Glitterbels 3D brush. I do apologise if I go out of shot a little bit. It's really hard to keep these long extreme tips into the camera and in focus. So I'm placing these beads down, making sure that they're in that polymerization stage to really start to work them and mould them. And using my 3D brush, I'm creating lines and textures, and also just sort of carving out little loops, so it gives that realistic 3D bow effect. So just lifting them. Snow White is a great colour to 3D in because it's really mouldable, and I also do drain a little bit of the liquid out just before I place it on. Again, I do apologise if I'm slightly out of shot here, but I am doing the second loops. The second loops are like little tear shapes that I'm just pushing into place and tucking them under that first bow, using the point of my 3D brush just to carve out almost like it's looping round. So you can see how my brush has made those little indents as well. My next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to make like the little string tassels that come from a 3D bow before I put my middle on. And I'm really going to use my brush to carve those shapes out. So you need to make sure it's in that polymerizing stage so that it looks like the ribbons are sort of moving slightly or twisting. So now I'm just obviously applying and finishing off this last little bit of ribbon, and then I will do the middle of the bow, which is like a little dot that I press flat and press my 3D brush in to create dimension. This set really needed some blinging up, so I decided to use some diamantes, and I'm going to use them in the opal stone. I felt like this really worked well with the lilac colour and also Effie. Once I've finished applying my diamantes, I am using the Glitterbels Diamante Picker Upper and the dotting tool just to push them into place, and I'm using the Effortless Glue, and this I find really holds my diamonds in place for the longest amount of time. So I am going to apply the no wipe top coat to some of the nails, but I'm going to leave the rest of them matte, and I've actually just buffed them up so that they just stay as they are, matte. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see your 3D bows.